All right, here we are on the border of Nicaragua, and being here makes me want to share a story with you guys here on From the Inside Out. When my mom passed away, I went through a really hard time in believing in Jesus' healing. And it was because even though I saw my mom lay hands on the sick and I saw Jesus perform miracles in the past, I prayed for my mom and fasted so much, and she didn't get well, and she ended up going home to be with the Lord. So then after that, what happened was I just kind of slowly stopped praying for people to get healed. But then I visited a friend of mine in Nicaragua. His name is John Matthews. He's a friend that I've had for years. We did missionary work together in Costa Rica. And he immediately asked me how things were going with praying for the sick. And I kind of shared my being discouraged with him. And he really said, look, let's go through the scriptures and look at this. And in over 5 days, we kind of prayed and went through scriptures, and he was just encouraging me and edifying me to continue to pray for the sick. You know, one of the things he said is Jesus commanded us to pray. He didn't tell us to look at the results. And that kind of stuck with me. And I'm glad it did, because I have seen God do some incredible things through praying through the sick. I wanted to share that, and I wanted to share something else. Another friend that I met in Kenya, who's a head of a mission organization, I asked him, why do you think that we see less of the miraculous healings of God in the West than we do in Africa? And he said, well, you know, one of the things may be just this component of faith. He said when he grew up, whenever he was sick, his mom said, okay, let me get the medicine. And she would get the oil and anoint his head and pray for him and say, okay, you should feel better now. And he said more times than not, he immediately did. And it's because he was taught that the prayer in God with the oil was the medicine to healing. Now, I know that's going to mess with a lot of people's heads, and I'm probably going to get a lot of comments on this. But it just makes me think, if we were quicker to go to God for asking for our healing before going anywhere else, I wonder if some of the results would change. I know I have seen the miraculous healing in my life, in myself and in others. So I would just exhort you to look for yourself. Okay, from the inside out.